Greetings, this is Sean, and today I am going to be making this, what's called a 6-board chest. And this was actually originally supposed to be a collaboration with someone else, but things fell through, and I actually finished this back in August, late August, so I just wanted to share it with you, and no longer a collaboration. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and have a better day, as I always say. Okay, so here's the wood that I'm going to be using. It's actually one piece of wood. You can see the dimensions of it, and it is 1/16 of an inch thick. And that's all the wood that I'm going to be using in this project. So first thing I need to do is get out my glue tray, put some glue in it to glue these pieces together. The 3 pieces that are all the same are the bottom and the 2 sides, the 2 long sides, obviously. The longer piece is going to be the top, and the 2 smaller pieces will be the legs. And this is actually a very simple, quick project to do. Not very much gluing. I will have some hinges that I'll put on later that you'll see, and actually do them a little bit better than I have the last few ones that I've done in the past, but I still have some issues with hinges, as most of us probably do. So anyway, this is pretty much self-explanatory. What I'm doing here, I'm just gluing the pieces together. Here's my triangle that I use. It's made out of Legos, of course, like I have done in the past, just to make sure everything's square. With these, I decided I've got this circle template that I'm just going to carve out a little circle, half circle on each piece. And I just use my wood chisels to cut them out. And then I use the one to make a template of the other one so that they match. And then I'll take I've used in the past a Q-tip sanding Q-tip. I don't remember where I bought that. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. Anyway, just to help sand them out, make them smooth. Now I'm just going to glue the ends onto the sides there. Now after that dries, I sanded it a little bit, and what I'm going to end up doing here next is staining it with my staining markers that I have, which are alcohol based, so they won't warp the wood. I'm just making sure that this looks nice and neat, smooth edges. And I'm not going to stain the inside, I'm only going to stain the outside of the chest. There you can see also the 2 hinges that I'll be using. And I had these 2 markers. One's a early American and the other one's a dark walnut, and I just decided to use the early American stain. And the good thing about using these markers is they dry very, very quickly. I don't think I had to wait more than a minute for them to be dry. By the time I got one side done and started working on the other, the other side was already done, dried out. So it works. I like these. I wish I had more of them. And then after those dry a little bit, that is some clear Varathane that I'm using to kind of seal it and to shine it up a little bit. Give them a nice smooth finish to protect the wood. And I just let that dry for about an hour or so. Now it's time to put the hinges on. And I'm just going to use those two hinges like I said before. And basically I glue them on the back. I'm basically positioning them to where they're, symmetrical. And I'm just going to super glue them like I always do. And of course they fall off the first time I try to use them. So I have to end up re-gluing them. So now I'm just marking on the lid where they're going to attach to. And I have an extra hinge, and then I take my my wood chisel to kind of chisel out where the hinges are going to sit on the inside of the lid. And of course, like I say, it comes apart, so I end up having to put a little bit more glue on to hold it in place. But that's about it, really. I was debating on putting a latch in the front, and I thought, no, this is just going to sit at the foot of the bed or something like that, and it can be used as a sitting bench at the foot of the bed type of thing, almost like a hope chest if you wanted to. So I didn't put a latch on it. So anyway, that is what's known as a 6-board chest. Anyway, here's a slideshow. Hope you found this enjoyable. Hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments what you think. And have a better day, as I always say.